One area that I've kind of approached this from is to go, what are the problems? What are the issues? What are the discrepancies? What are the differences? You know, I spend a lot of time hearing people knock education and the gap between high school and the real world and all this kind of stuff. And for me, I think this has been an opportunity to look at some of those problems in the face and say, okay, we're not going to take them anymore. We're gonna go address them, as opposed to just going, well, this is what we've done for 30 years and it worked when I was in school, so let's continue to do it. So it's been more about just saying, what are some real problems that we see and how can we address those, especially in a world that's changing very rapidly for our students and for our classrooms.
Teaching English, I still think there's lots of reasons why kids should have a book in their hand and a pencil in their hand and a piece of paper in front of them. But I really like how using technology gives me other options to increase, I think, intellectual capacity, showing their intellectual capacity, and increase the level of student engagement. And I just want to make sure that I feel like I am in the know, or I'm learning about different ways to do that. And I think by taking advantage of these learning opportunities, that's how it happens.
And I was just going to say, from the teacher end, this is year 29 for me, and I still have quite a few more years to go, but year 29 for me. And I'd say over the last 5 or 6 years with our work with Jeff, I've experienced more, I think, professional growth than I've ever experienced before. And it's been really exciting, and it's been really rejuvenating. And I think what's really interesting about looking at my experience, no longer am I afraid to take risks right in front of my kids, especially when it involves technology. And I think that's been really exciting. I'm really proud of that.
One of the things I noticed with Jeff right from the get-go is this mindset that they're going to explore those for the cracks, you know what I mean? And not to be afraid of that, to embrace that and let these kids explore. And then one of the real big points that stuck out to me is this idea that we think of success and failure as being opposite ends of the spectrum, and he's like, no, it's not that. It's success and fear are opposite ends of the spectrum, and failure is right next to success. And that was, so a lot of times in my classroom you'll see something will fail, and that's when everybody goes, yay! Good job, failing.
And I think that through this idea of blogging, it's a different mode for students to write in, where we're just going to kind of experiment and see if they can really develop their voice for a different audience. It's not just me and not just a test maker anymore. So really I see this as an opportunity for students to find their voice, and I think hopefully they would say the same thing about what it is that they're doing.
The amount of effort, the work, and the sincere heart that these teachers that I work next to put into making their instruction even better than it already was, because they were already doing good things, and yet they were willing to take a jump and a dive and try something new, and how they struggled and were honest and battled through and created great things for kids has been truly inspiring.
I would like to say what I appreciate about this is the support that we've had from the board and the support we've had from the district to let us try things and let us do things. And it's very rare that you get an opportunity to do things without fearing that you're going to have to be put into a box or someone's going to tell you can't do it that way. We've been encouraged to try new things. We've been encouraged to do things differently, and I think that's made an impact for me as a teacher and for my students, because it does allow us to branch out into different areas that we think are important and valuable. So,
this past year, through a cadre provided by the Enumclaw School District, I feel like I was really exposed to the idea of reaching out and sharing ideas, and then providing students a way to communicate with another in a completely open forum that is beyond just what's going on in the classroom.
You continue to grow and get better and better and better and better, and it's because of a group like this and the risks that they're willing to take, and the stepping out there and with our partners. So thanks for that.
I know I speak for Chris and Carrie and I and the cabinet to say that it has been inspiring for us and energizing for us to work with all of you, and it helps us keep thinking about how do we continue to provide these kinds of opportunities for more teachers in our system to continue to do this.
Please help me in just expressing our appreciation for this amazing group.